game off the ball in the NFL.
The 20. A bit.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball plays. That's often the difference in winning and losing.
Quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the
point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that.
With the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bigkohn-a1's with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Steps away to his left. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Quarter. So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Here's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Open space inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones from 21 yards away. And the Lions are in for 6.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
To throw is Breeze. His throw incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Breeze to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling. They toss to Ingram. Tackle to Darius Slay. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On first down, Stafford here. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Shotgun now for Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Breeze now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Over the middle, open is Thomas. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll get it now.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Breeze. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Breeze to throw again. Oh, you saw that one coming. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? And Detroit getting set to go now. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ready, yellow lady.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bigkohn-a1's in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of...
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Breeze going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw is Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw on second down is Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this one is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Breeze will try again on second down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Breeze on third down. And Gibbs got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. To throw, it's Breeze. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Now Breeze got to have this one. He's going to let it's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And they'll Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. Back to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They come out here in the eye. He'll look to throw, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Josh Hill in the final minute, and the Saints move back within a couple of the lead.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
To throw is Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Stafford going to throw it. Forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ken Crawley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Nice pick.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Stafford being chased out left. Now a desperation. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans' 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Heavy lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B.
This is Madden.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A toss play left. There goes Mark Ingram. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
It's hard to believe that a guy can get double-digit sacks in the NFL, and we can still describe him as raw, but that's the case for Bigkohn-a1's, who went to BYU, mainly as a track and field guy, gravitated towards football, became a starter for 1 season, and then moved into the NFL. A lot of potential left to scratch for him, a lot more pass rush moves left to be added, but he is a scary, scary prospect.
Now Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ball, on the ball. Ready?
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and long, it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
This is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And some room to... There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, 67 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready. We're waiting.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Pushes him over. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
Now Breeze, escaping the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here we go with Johnson. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it. Because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
21.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff, Johnson, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, good move. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Ten. The final shot before half for Breeze. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. He spins free. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Right back to him on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a first down throw. Stafford looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ingram again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
95-56.
Breeze hands to Ingram. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Breeze to throw on second down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Throwing now is Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Glover Quinn came into the NFL as a cornerback, but he's morphed into one of the better safeties in the league, and he just finished this one off with that nice pick.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw on 2nd down to Stafford. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Underneath for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Bree's going to try and throw on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Breeze. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn from 17 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Ready?
Bree's going to throw here. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. Breeze is looking to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, go here!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
10-10.
Here's Stafford now on second down. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing is Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius
trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One last throw here for Stanford. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah.